Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Man Drew, and I'm here to do my manga reaction to Jujutsu Kaisen, manga chapter 196. And oh boy, is this going to be a very, I don't want to say, hopefully this is going to be an action-packed chapter. When it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen, the last chapter, we got to see some new characters, and we saw to see the reminiscence of a fight and Maki coming back into the fold. So most likely in this chapter, we're going to be getting to see what these new characters are doing, and potentially getting to see what happened with Naoya and whether or not he's actually alive. So let's dive right into the chapter and see what's going on. And we're starting off with an explanation. Oh yeah, it ended with a character using simple domain, and it's like, Mio's domain only function when he does sumo. It's a barrier focused on one thing. You're too tense, girl. It's taking away your edge. Do you like sumo? Oh gosh, this ka-pa-pa-pa-pa. Then how about we have a sumo bout? Okay, we're just going to be doing sumo. A pure sumo bout to avoid needing a binding vow for all things jujutsu related. Both the challenger and the challenged must agree to a match to complete the domain. Or do you also refuse to do sumo? As you just have her Maki just say, okay, fine. Maki! Oh gosh, this is not going to end well. Because as soon as she says it, the domain is completed, and it's like, for real? Oh no. And as Naoya is going up against the dude with the katana, you just have Norito Shikama just like, what are you thinking? I've been overthinking, so let me blow off some steam. Oh. And as they're in the process of doing sumo, they're like, what am I not seeing? What am I? And as you just have Maki going in for the thrust, the Kappa comes around, freaking grabs her arm, and I don't know exactly what he's doing. I'm assuming that it's a sumo move. Oh, he is trying to like pin Maki to the ground, and Maki's just like not knowing how this all happened. Also, we get a nice butt shot of Maki as you just have this dude saying, I love sumo, but you've got more than that, right? I knew right away you'd eat me up if I took you head on. Oh, so tell me, what's wrong? Why can't you focus? What's on your mind? Oh, Maki doesn't have anyone to call a teacher. She never rejected that idea, nor was she too proud. It's just never occurred to her really to rely on others to make herself stronger. Oh, maybe that's what she's missing. Maybe what happened with Toji is that he had someone to actually train alongside him or with him. As you just have the Kappa's like, you don't know what that samurai meant, right? As for me, I know. As Maki just like, oh, he read my mind. And he's like, on your feet. Let's play sumo. That's the only way I know how to explain. Okay, this is getting interesting. Wow, and we just have an entire page of just sumo moves. It's like, you've become entangled, girl. Huh? In what? Yourself, others, curses, basically people. But isn't sumo about grappling? Yes, in the ring, one person clashes with another in an intense back and forth. The wrestlers themselves, however, develop outside the ring. Pressuring your opponent in the ring requires stepping outside the ring, even though you actually can't. As we just see an entire page of just these characters doing sumo, as the Kappa's like, at the moment of impact, everything that led up to entering the ring flows into the combatants. It's like smelling light or seeing sound. You sense everything around you, your opponent, and yourself. And then the body before your eyes, and even victory and defeat themselves become meaningless. In other words, the samurai was talking about freedom. Oh, now you'll just have to experience it for yourself. So let's do sumo, as we see Maki really getting into it, raising her leg, slamming it to the ground, putting her hands on the ground to perform to do sumo as they charge at each other. Oh. And then we just cut back over to seeing what happened after she defeated him, and it's like, I'm at my best. Oh, okay. So, okay. This was neat. This was not what I was expecting for this chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. I mean, it makes sense. For the most part, I think I understand what is going on. This is going to be sort of Maki's, like, training arc. She's going to be using this and Naoya to actually train her body to be just as strong, if not stronger, than Toji. Because she does have raw strength, but the thing that apparently that she lacks that Toji had was freedom, which, I mean, it kind of makes sense. She's been restrained most of her life, if not physically, definitely mentally, by her clan, which, guess what, no longer really exists now. So there's still something that she's trying to break free from. She needs to be free, and I guess that's kind of what this chapter was about. The idea that what Sumo is allowing for her to learn with this kappa is allowing her to be more free, and by doing so makes her stronger, and probably this will lead to her eventually defeating Naoya. I cannot say for 100% certainty exactly what this is leading up to, but I think the purpose of at least this Sumo Kappa is pretty much to allow for Maki to really learn a little bit more about herself and for her to grow as not just a person, but also as a fighter. So I think that that is what I really enjoyed about this chapter, you know, besides the action, but for the most part, that's pretty much what this chapter is. Just centering on Maki fighting this Kappa and just seeing how she's going to grow from this, both as a stronger warrior and a stronger character in person. So this is all I really have to say on this topic. Yeah, these Jujutsu Kaisen reactions are getting a little bit shorter, and for me, there's not really much I can really say about this. We just learn a little bit more about Maki in this chapter, and just getting to see a lot of cool fighting and a lot of cool actions is just pretty much what this chapter was. And just getting to learn a little bit more about the Kappa, I guess, but not significantly enough for him to be more of a prominent character. So yeah, this is all I really have to say about this chapter. Hopefully you enjoyed the review portion of this, as well as my reactions to the chapter. And if you want to see more stuff like this, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye!